Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG that we know and love as Fifi La Pew Pew. You might know as a Leffy, Leaf Blower, or La Heifer. This one's located on the south spawn of El Halluf under the command of Ciips of SJD. Well, you may not know it, but Ciips is actually another account that's owned by Oxidor. Yes, the well-known player with 3 marks on virtually every Arty he owns. Of course, except the ones which you can't get marks on because they're too low in the tiers. This is a new account that he started, and he means to go on as he's started, and you'll see some pretty amazing gameplay in this game. Okay, teams are moving over to the other side of the battlefield fairly quickly, and he's pre-aimed near the center of the map. He's looking for the first signs of the enemy. Got a T-3485M's gone out ahead and scouting just near the inlet at the moment. If an enemy tank comes around the corner, he'll spot them. I mean, in fact, an enemy tank has been spotted, and they're hiding in the bush, and it was a little Scorpion, Tier 7 Scorpion. It's a Tier 7 game with Tier 5 tanks in it. Dialed in, landed short, but the Scorpion has been given warning. He may have a 90mm gun, but he's got a 105mm light field howitzer firing at him. And yeah, the shells from this howitzer have a tendency to penetrate little tanks like that and completely blow them to pieces. Okay, Panzer III Aslains J, direct hit. 141 from that shot. Lining up the next one, rounds out. Oh, that one went long. In fact, that's surprising because that was almost fully dialed in straight away. Rounds out. That's better. He got the engine bay. Yes, Ciips, or Oxidor as he's known, is actually so accurate with this howitzer that the shells normally go for the part of the vehicle he wants rather than the part of the vehicle he has to accept due to RNG. Another direct hit on the move this time on the KV-1SA. Nobody is safe from him. Well, wait for it because he'll put another shell into that guy. In fact, he decides to go for the M445, which is Tier 7, and he gets him. Nice hit. The enemy's pushing, but I don't think this is going to work for long. Because yes, they're starting to get hit when they're on the upslope. Okay, we've got a Tiger P there, facing off against 2 lower tier opponents, but he's about to get hit. Rounds out, moves forward, and oh no, that was a heat round, that one. But he's now firing a standard HE. Rounds out, just goes long. Okay, he's telling them that he's nearby and he's covering them. And now they're getting hits on the enemy and they're happy. You can see that. The hands, the fingers up, the thumbs up. They know that these shells are going to stop the enemy from moving. He switched over to these ones just for the moment. He'll pump one into that M445. Unfortunately, it was a heat round. It didn't do some damage. And the M4 FL10 managed to avoid that shell as well. He has loaded a lot of heat rounds. Oh, and well, that T-34's seen better days and he's now out the game. Oh, look at this little Scorpion, managed to sneak up and he just took a round. I think he just managed to get a hit on that guy. In his rear, a blind shot, fires another one in. Does some damage, but the enemy RT is located where we are and a GW gets a splash on us. But we're ignoring it for the moment because we're carrying on with that Scorpion. And he's out the game. Okay, so our teammates that are in that northwest corner, they got wiped out. Unfortunately, we still have a couple of tanks up there, but you can see now that Ciips is actually going to go, well, Ciips is going to go to work on those Tier 7 tanks. And of course, he gets extra XP for all the Tier 7s he hits. Changing position, needs to get behind some of these buildings to give himself a bit of cover from those enemy tanks. They're going to be coming through the gaps very shortly. There's a Panzer III. He can hit that K version. Rounds out. That's him gone. Lovely. Excellent shot. The Tiger P's a one shot. He lines it up and does get a hit, but it doesn't kill him. Makes him a one shot though. He's only 8 hit points left. Oh, now interesting there, because the T-34 didn't kill the Tiger P, and the Tiger P's coming forward, but he does get taken out with the next shot. That means now we're only 2 behind the enemy. They still have a pretty big force over in that corner, and they're about to come round that corner. Here comes one of them, the M4A3E2. That's the Sherman Jumbo. Rounds out, hits him, 127. The M445 is using the Rex for cover. The Sherman Jumbo's gone. The KV2's coming around the corner, and he takes a hit as well. It's absolutely massive numbers of shots going on target. Yep. That's the thing, you see, with a really good Arty player, they can lay the shells down so much that the enemy just gives up under the strain. Fires the round in. The guys tries to force us or get us to fire prematurely. Unfortunately, the M41 on the enemy team just took out our T-34. The Dickomax is ahead of us. Okay, well, there's the M445, and the Dickomax finishes him off with 1 round. Of course, he does have a 105mm as well. Over on the other side of the battlefield, well, actually, it's nearby. We've got an SU-100. Okay, trying to get a shot. Fires it. Yes, he gets a hit. But he's now backs against the wall because he's very close. And we just got spotted. Luckily, the SU-100 is going for our GW Panther instead. Doesn't realise that, yes, he should be looking at us instead, because we're the ones who can actually wipe him out. And there goes the SU-100. The GW shotguns him. That means now it's even. Both sides have got 2 Arty. We've got a tank destroyer. They've got a heavy tank. And the heavy tank is that KV2 that's been badly damaged. Our tank destroyer is the Dickomax. He's hardly been touched. So both the GW and the Dickomax, well, virtually full health. And it looks like the enemy has full health on their Arty. But the KV2 definitely took some damage. Yes, we can see it now. He's trying to retreat back to his own cap area. Now, crossing the valley right now might be a mistake.
Moving to support your position.
Although the enemy only has an M41 HMC and a GW Panther, just like us. Well, they have a GW Panther. We've got the Fifi, which is much more accurate. The Dickomax is our ace in the hole, really, in a sense, because he does have that 105mm main gun, which is capable of doing over 300 alpha. And the KV2, well, although he does have a very powerful gun, he's not quite as accurate as the Dickomax, and he doesn't have as much gun depression. The problem with the Dickomax is he has virtually no armor whatsoever. So it probably won't be a good idea to go across the valley, but I think that Ciips is going to take the initiative, and he's going to do it. He's going to take a risk. Calculated risk. KV2's been spotted. Now he can fire at him. He just took a big hit from the Dickomax. We're dialing in as quickly as we can. Line up, rounds out. Good hit, 102. The guy's turning. He's turning around, rounds out. Oh, he got the kill. Well, we just lost our Dickomax because the M41 took him out. But now it's Arty versus Arty. 2 Arty versus 2 Arty. The question is, who are the better Arty players? I have a sneaking feeling that the enemy's about to find out who they're up against. And yes, they are up against somebody who's very senior, a Unicum or Super Unicum Arty player. This might prove interesting because the enemy's not going to like what happens to them next. Okay, we're holding at the bushes at the centre line for the moment. The enemy might try to cross the valley to get to our cap. Yes, there he is. The M41 trying to get across. Now he knows he's been spotted. His sixth sense went off. We narrowly missed him there. We didn't get spotted though. Trying to get another shot. No chance. Okay, but the M41 also knows that somebody saw him, but he doesn't know who saw him. Okay, we're going into the bushes. Remember, we've got 390 meters view range. He has to go up either by the slope or by the road, and he's going to choose the road, because if he goes up that slope when he's already been spotted, he knows he's dead meat, because he'll be really slow as he goes up that road, up the slope. So what we've got to do is get into a position where we can see the road, and then when he appears, there he goes, went up the slope, up the road rather. Big hit, but not enough to kill him. Yes! It worked. Predictable. I haven't seen this game, so I don't know what's going to happen next. I did work that one out though, and yes, it did work going into the center of the valley. So yeah, Ciips was right, and now they have control of the valley. If the enemy GW Panther tries to cross the valley, he'll get killed. But the GW is going to go up and find him. He's in that corner at this moment. That's where we think he is. GW making his way up the slope. We're covering him. If he locates the GW, we'll take him out from here. The good thing about this Arty is that it will fire over the entire range of the map if you're in the center. I have the sneaking feeling, though, the enemy GW is on the east side of the map, and he's just discovered that. So he's up the slope, he's up the top, and he's marked where he thinks he is. Oh my gum! He's just over there! Locked on. He managed to get a snapshot. The GW's blown it. He's got a long reload. Now all we've got to do is get close enough and we can finish him off. The GW's racing to get down here as quickly as he can. Well, we only need one accurate shot. And that's it. That's the win. Beautiful win. That's a Top Gun as well. Well, that was an absolutely brilliant battle by Ciips of SJD in the 105 leFH18B2 VP La Pew Pew. He managed to get an ace tanker out of that game. Not the first ace tanker he's had them before. He got a counter battery fire medal because he took out both enemy SPGs, the M41 and then the GW Panther. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. The high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall, at least 20% of the enemy hit pool, as well as Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and a Top Gun to finish off to get 6 kills and win the game. And look at that win rate, 15,612 in an Arty. Yep, he really, really did hammer the enemy in that game. Absolutely massive game. You have to scroll the page to see all the targets that he hit on that one. Well, let's have a look at the team score. There was no guessing about who was top of the table. Yep, it's Ciips. He got 3,072 hit points. Next highest scorer was a BZ58 on our team with 1,966, followed by the Scorpion on the enemy team. That little thing managed to get 1,841 hit points, even though he has virtually no armor whatsoever, but a very powerful 90mm gun with, well, it's a low pressure 90mm gun, but he managed to put that gun in a lot of places where it shouldn't have gone. When it came to kills, we can see Ciips got it again, 6 kills. 3 kills went to the GW Panther on our team, and yes, he did survive. And 3 kills also went to the M4A3E2, the Shure Jumbo, and also to the M41 HMC on the enemy team. Now, that's a very difficult Arty to score well in, and he did score well, so he must be a pretty good player for Arty. When it came to base XP, well, again, there's only 2 players in this one, because Ciips got 1,436, and the BZ58, he managed to get 1,047. They were the only 2 players who managed to get over 1,000 base in that game, with the 3rd place going to the Dickomax, who managed 926, but he got taken out by the GW Panther on the enemy team with a very nice shot. Unfortunately, he went down just before, or just after he saw the KV2 get wiped out by Ciips. with a very accurate blind shot. So he must have been reassured that the KV2's gone down, but unfortunately so had he. But yes, a very good game. So he's definitely top in all 3 columns on that game. Well done. He fired 39 rounds, so he had 11 rounds spare at the end of the game. Got 23 direct hits on the enemy, and 4 of them were penetrations, 25 splash, damage of 3,072 hit points, of which 2,592 were at more than 300 meters. He spotted or received 1 hit by way of splash. That was from the GW Panther, who did get a shot near him, but it only splashed him. It didn't actually get a direct hit. 2 vehicles were spotted, 12 vehicles were damaged, 6 were killed, and he earned, well, he actually suffered a loss. On a free-to-play account, he earned a loss of 3,296 credits from the game, because he did use a fair amount of premium rounds, and of course he had to pay for consumables at full price. And on top of that, he got 1,818 experience points out of it as well. But what a superb game by Ciips. Yeah, very nice to see a game like that where Arty pulls it off in the end. He took on he took the initiative by going to the center of the map, and it did work for him. I thought it might be a bit dangerous because you might get spotted by the enemy going down to the center, but he didn't get spotted, and from the center he dominated the valley. And just as that M41 appeared, he could pick his moment to actually take him off. He knew where the guy was going. He knew he'd try and go up the road. If he tried to go up the slope, it was suicide, but he did try to go up the road, and of course he took him off. And then the GW, what a move by that guy. He managed to get out into the center without being spotted. But the moment he was spotted, well, Ciips was able to go at him with accurate shots. In fact, he actually auto-aimed on. Well, I'm not sure if he actually did auto-aim. I think he may have just manually aimed at the enemy and took him out that way. But he got the kill, and that won the game for the team. Magnificent game. I hope you enjoyed that one. I certainly did, as you could tell. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.